Okay. Hey, what's happening, everyone? I am your Dragon God of Gaming, Damian-D-Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of the Gaming News, where I run down the list of all the gaming news, facts, rumors, reviews, and everything coming out the gaming industry this week. Today, we're talking again about Microsoft and Sony's gigantic crybaby match. Yes. So, strap in. Sit down. This is going to be a bumpy ride. Anyway. And I quote, Microsoft says Sony wants to grow at Xbox's expense. Yep. Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen, with the two biggest gaming juggernauts at each other's throats like school kids fighting over Pokemon cards. Recently, Phil Spencer, the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, has went on record and said Sony wants to grow by making Xbox smaller. This is all coming off the back of the accusation from the Federal Trade Commission that went and sued to block Microsoft's takeover of Activision because of a recent pattern emerging of making recently acquired games exclusive. Phil Spencer has said, and I quote from the recent interview with Second Request Antitrust podcast, Sony is leading the dialogue around why the deal shouldn't go through to protect its dominant position on console. So the thing they grab onto is Call of Duty. Also saying, and I quote, the largest console maker in the world raising an objection about the one franchise that we've said all will continue to ship on the platform. With Spencer also going on to pitch the difference between Xbox's strategy of bringing its games day and date to PC and Game Pass, with Sony's focus on keeping first-party blockbusters such as Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok exclusive to the console for the first few years. Basically trying to say that Xbox is not doing anything that Sony isn't already doing. So at the moment, Microsoft is upping its PR by talking about the pros and cons of absorbing the seventh largest game publisher by revenue, but looking at the facts, it seems like Microsoft's arguments has flaws within it. I want to read an excerpt from the actual source. This is coming from Kotaku.com. This is written by Ethan Gotch, and he writes, and I quote, the company agreed to a 10-year deal to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, as well as plans to bring the franchise back to Nintendo's platform. It argues putting the likes of Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 on Game Pass means more players' choice, not less. All while Sony continues to do everything that it accuses Microsoft of wanting to do, like paying to keep major games like Final Fantasy off of Xbox. But there's one major flaw in the argument. Starfield. Microsoft bought Bethesda for $7.5 billion in 2021, and months after the deal had closed, announced the next sprawling RPG from the Skyrim studio would be an Xbox Series X and X exclusive. Redfall 2. The tech giant tried to split hairs over why Starfield was a unique exception and why Call of Duty and other Activision games wouldn't fall into the same category. Unconvinced? The FTC pointed to the Starfield twist as one of the major reasons for launching an antitrust lawsuit. And because of the lawsuit, we're likely to be subject to several more months of nauseating console war sniping from both sides. At the very least, it's refreshing to no longer see the mega corporations trying to pretend to pal around on stage at the Game Awards. The companies aren't friends or each other's. End quote. Yeah. Seems about right. The two biggest juggernauts in the world is going to be going head-to-head at all times. I knew very well that no matter how buddy-buddy they appeared on screen, it didn't matter. They were all still a bunch of bastards on screen, regardless of what anyone thought. So yeah, at the moment, Microsoft and Sony are at each other's throats, shooting at each other like they're in the middle of a fucking an old Western standoff. It is truly pathetic. Just, I don't understand. I understand trying to make and build upon what you already have, but if you have a really serious track record of buying out games and making their high tier games exclusive to the console, how's that player choice? It's really not. And we could all hazard to guess that the likes of like things like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot wouldn't be exclusive to Sony anymore, or wouldn't be, out in the open for it to be on other consoles like the Sony PlayStation. No, we can almost assume and hazard to guess that Microsoft would make those exclusive. Basically speaking, if you want to play these games, what are you going to do? You're going to buy Game Pass, or you're going to buy an Xbox. Sorry, Sony. So, at the moment, Microsoft is doing the same thing that they're basically telling us that Sony is doing. They're trying to build Xbox up by making Sony smaller, the PlayStation smaller. So you're doing the same thing that you're, saying to the competition that you're doing to them, that they're doing to you, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And it's ridiculous. So, in conclusion, basically, at the moment, we're going to be getting a lot more of this, so there's no real need to hash out, like, hey, there's going to be a lot more, and I know there is. So, stay tuned. We're going to be, we're going to be delving into everything. So, be here, be square, or get kicked in the rear. You guys know how we do things. But I appreciate you guys joining us for another episode. You guys are awesome. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think, and I hope everyone enjoyed. If you guys have not yet, go down in the description down below. There's all of our lovely and beautiful content creators. Go check them all out. They're a lovely bunch of coconuts, and I can guarantee you that if you guys like my stuff, you guys are going to like theirs. So go check them out. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much, and I hope everyone has a beautiful day. But until then, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.